call all you how about Shin Yahusha. Just want to make a video real quick. I just happened to see some news posted about over in Tel Aviv, over there in Israel. It says, we won't give up any more land. Israeli minister on rockets reportedly being fired at Tel Aviv. I'm going to let that video play after I play this, but it's the reason why they're building these facilities underground. They're called domes, and they actually are dumb, because when this stuff start popping off and shaking up, the last place you want to be is underground. Deep underground military bases for the people that may not know. And this is real shit. This ain't no made up shit either. You know, you have people be like, oh, this fear mongering and fear tactics. And you see that people died building this shit. This is how desperate they are. A lot of these people down there digging them tunnels, they might have got trapped down there. Some debris might have fell on them. You know, that's all the Most High doing that anyway, but that's how desperate these elites and these upper echelon so-called people in society want to hide out from the day of the Lord. But they ain't going to be able to hide it. I'm just skimming through it. I don't want to make this too long. I just want to get straight to the point. Control rooms down there. Got these huge doors, so can't nobody just get up in there. Got agriculture in there. Transportation so they can get from place to place real quick. We just had another release with China talking about building underwater cities, man. So this stuff is all this stuff in the scriptures. Underwater railways for transportation. Well, of course, it's gonna be like a city. It ain't gonna just be for transportation down there. They're gonna be able to use bathrooms, eat down there. You know how them birds do. They like to put food and stuff everywhere. I'm gonna read the scripture to us in the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 19. It says, "And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth." So that's why they're building this stuff right here, because they know what's happening. A lot of our people, they don't know what's going on, though. They ain't really paying no attention. They're looking at other little folly that might be popping up. And of course, you know, we aware of that stuff too, but this is the main stuff to be focused on. Now I'm gonna let this play and I'm gonna go into some more scriptures.
We hand land over to the Arabs, they turn it into a radical Islamic terrorist state, and now it's time to fight back that state, and we will.
Israel has been accused many times of using excessive force while dealing with protesters in that area. Does it surprise you that Palestinians are also using force themselves?
That's utter nonsense. Where do you live, by the way, personally? Do you live in Moscow?
I do.
You see, this is a proud Amalekite right here too, Israeli education minister. See, the scriptures don't say nothing about no Israeli, it say Israelites. And it's a damn devil right here.
Well, you say it's sort of nonsense. We only have to look back one day to find
Imagine the rockets
Human Rights
flying in
Council.
Moscow.
UN Human Rights Council say
how would they put to
that
the
Israeli military forces
you're avoiding.
And see, that's what the devil do. Want to answer a question with a question. They try to deter the real shit what they know. Because there's some more videos on it too. Matter of fact, let me pull that up real quick. They just posted that shit. Because he asking them about the IDF, which is the Israeli Defense Force. What they doing to them people that's protesting out there. You know, I'm gonna play a few of them things real quick. And that's why he got outraged. See, whoever running RT, they say Russia running it, but it could be numerous people tied into this media. But you got shit like this going on, and they bringing it out, and these devils getting exposed. They doing shit like that though. No, it's more. You got Esau exposing Esau. How magnificent. See, but that's what they doing though. But see, and he want to sit here in front like this ain't going on.
It's at us, so we will not give up any more land. It just doesn't make sense. When we hand land over to the Arabs, they turn it into a radical Islamic terror state. And now it's time to fight back that state, and we will.
Israel has been accused many times of using excessive force while dealing with protesters in that area. Does it surprise you that Palestinians are also using force themselves?
That's utter nonsense. Where do you live, by the way?
Oh, is he saying that's nonsense? I want to read another scripture. This in the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "For the day of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." And see, these devils, they're going to be brought low over there. Because, first of all, this ain't even their land over there. Their land. Because, you know, some people, they want to jump on the grammar. These Amalekites, they go back to Amalek. Ultimately, they go back to Esau. That's our land over there. That's why they're fighting over it so much. They want to keep us from out of there and be talking about, oh, go back to Africa and all this shit. We ain't from no fucking Africa. Well, I'm going to let this play some more.
Hey, personally, do you live in Moscow?
I do. Well, you say it's sort of nonsense. We only have to look back one day to find
Imagine the rockets
Human Rights
flying on
Council.
Moscow.
UN Human Rights Council saying
How would they put in
that
the
Israeli
response
military
rockets?
forces
You're
shot down
avoiding my
Palestinian
question.
civilians. I'm just asking you that the UN says that unarmed Palestinian civilians were shot by Israeli forces. So are you surprised that there is an aggressive response coming from Palestinians?
No, you're
See, this only going to escalate. They trying to find a way to break through that defense, so they doing this stuff here and there. Ultimately, the Most High put the spirit on them to do that. But the main point I'm about to get into is after I let this play.
Reading my question, what would Vladimir Putin do if Islamic rockets were shot at Moscow? You would totally obliterate those enemies. And that's what Israel needs to do. We have the right of self-defense, and I do not accept any sort of preach from folks on the other side of the world when we're being shot rockets from a piece of territory that we handed over to the Arabs. What I can say is that we won't do that again.
And see, the thing is, they talking about territory that they gave and handed over. This guy right here, he's speaking on the behalf of these devils. They came in and stole that land, and then now they call themselves giving it out. It don't make no fucking sense.
No, certainly no one's trying to preach, and I think everybody understands, no matter what their grasp of the situation in the Middle East, is that the cycle of violence continues, and that one begats more aggression. How is what you're suggesting going to improve that situation?
Well, what you're sort of describing is a two-sided situation where they're aggressive and we're aggressive, but that's not the case.
That is the damn case. Now, I ain't going to play no more. If you want to check this out, it's on RT. Before they might take some shit down, or you know how they do. Certain stuff come out, they want to take it down. But this in the book of Isaiah, chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse. Let's see, I'm going to start at. Start at verse 4. It says, "And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Now, these, the real Israelites, which they got Israelis right there, Israeli, these are real people of Israel. Why is still missiles and shit being shot over there? The scriptures say they should learn war. They should learn war anymore. Neither shall they learn war anymore. And you read down and say, O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord, Yahweh. And Jacob, when you read back in the book of Genesis, Jacob's name was changed into Israel. Because Jacob in the Hebrew is Jaquab, and Israel in the Hebrew is Yasharallah. And it says in verse 6, it says, Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and they are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures, and their land is also of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Their land is also full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers have made. It says, And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust, for fear of the Lord Yahweh, and for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Now you read on some more, it says, let's see, let me go back. Jump down to verse 17, it's lucky about that. It says, And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the hardness of man shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. And once again, going back into this, in verse 19, it says, And they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when they arise to shake terribly the earth. Now, these missiles, when they shoot them off, they're going to shake up the earth. That's why you see the stuff about the domes, the deep underground military bases. So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. I just want to make this quick and just go into this topic because I see this pop up online. And if these are real Jews, or the real Israelites, the real people of Israel, why still war going on? Where the golden city at? Where the 12 gates with the names of the apostles? Where Malak Dawud at? And where the Lord Yahweh Shai at? And what day did Yahweh bring his judgment on the earth and send his son? But these are real people. These ain't the people, because ain't none of the prophecies happened yet, but they about to happen. So call all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and Shalom to the apostles and the elders and other teachers, and Shalom to the elect.